Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on Court Farms. Right, this is most likely will be the third and final episode of the week, guys. Now the shop is still officially closed, so we've not really been in a position to get anything else from the shop yet. So we have to use what we have available at the time, and right now we had some seed. And we have our tractor and our seeder, obviously, so hence why this morning we are seeding this field. Now obviously it wants oats in the field, which is pretty much similar to the other field. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, massive shout out as well to everybody who has hit that like button over the last couple of days as well on this series, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you are enjoying the way I'm doing this series. Like I say, I'm trying to do something different than what other people are doing on this map. Obviously we can't please everybody. We still get our person who dislikes every single video. Yeah, that just happens. But the person who dislikes the video, I do give you a massive shout out, because the advert does actually load before you get a chance to press the dislike button, so you are classed as a viewer. And you are also classed as giving me that little bit of the ad income. So to the disliker of the video, huge shout out for helping me with monetization. Carry on doing it, please. It helps me out no end. Kind of just wanted to get that out there. Like I said, dislikers, you still have to watch the advert to dislike it. The minute that advert starts playing, I get paid. So if you want to come on and just dislike the video just because, I don't know, for some reason you don't like me, yeah, you're still helping me. You're still helping me grow. You're a viewer and you're helping with the monetization side of things. So big shout out to everybody in general. Just want to give a shout out as well to the people who support me via Patreon as well. Richard, Daniel, Mr. Cooper. Dragon Lady always supports me via YouTube members. She always has done. That is the wife. She's always done it. She's always said, well, if you know, it's her way of supporting me when she can't be a part of videos and things. So she's always hit that little members button. So yeah, shout out. Just shout out to everybody as well. I will be bringing the board that I have for in the roleplay series. I'm actually going to be looking at bringing in a different board, because the one in the roleplay series does kind of bring in some side money, and we don't need any side money on this series. So I've got another post. Someone put a mod on the other day of like a big sign, you know, like an advertisement banner. Yeah, I'm just going to edit that one out as well and bring that one into the into it as well, just so everybody who it's the Patreon and the YouTube members is acknowledged in every video. But I can't really bring that sign in until I've got a piece of land. That's probably the biggest issue at the moment is the land. Now I did go back and I did finish that field yesterday off recording, like I said I would. It was too dark to notice, guys. I know that video ended up being too dark towards the end. There's nothing I can do about the night time, guys. I do try and get some things done during the day. I also felt we were in September a little bit too long, and if I'd have slowed the time down, I feel like we were earning too much money in each month. So the time is officially just going to stay on 6, and we're just going to do jobs. If we have to work in the dark, we have to work in the dark. There's nothing we can do about that. I did come across a sneaky little trick though when I went back down to the other field. If you look in the top corner, guys, we have a seed rate. As it stands now, this seed rate is 1. That other field we did yesterday was 1 and 3. And when I went and refilled, I basically did all the 1 area and only did a little bit of the 3. That meant I didn't go through as much seed. Now I know people have suggested putting it in the middle, or you know, and like with fertilizing, like, oh, we'll just put it in the middle so you're not using loads. I kind of want to leave it on auto. Now the reason I want to leave it on auto is so that we don't make, my whole point of this series, I don't want to make money too quickly. If we make money too quickly, this series will be over. I'd like to try and drag this series out. That makes it sound terrible, doesn't it? I don't want to like drag the series out, but I don't want to be earning millions after like 20 episodes. Do you know what I mean? I know there are YouTubers out there who would be like, oh well, here's a 5,000 litre bag of seed for £1,000. That's just gonna make us too much money too quick. The whole point of this was we came to Court Farms, you know, we're sleeping in our tractor. Yeah, until we can get a piece of land, and when we get a piece of land we'll be living in a tent or maybe a caravan. I don't know, we'll have something somewhere. But yeah, I don't want to make land. I don't want to make it too quickly. You know what I mean? We don't want to make too much money too quickly, or we're just gonna get bored, or we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna fly through this map, and that is the last thing I want to do. I'm slowly running out of maps I want to play on. I am gutted to the fact of the roleplay series. I did take it over to Saxthorpe, and I should have maybe brought it over to Court, but at the time Court wasn't out. Simple as that. Court wasn't out at the time, so a little bit gutted in that. Maybe bring it over to Court in like 50 episodes, or I don't know. I suppose with the roleplay series it depends how people react to it. You know, the more people that like the videos, the longer each series kind of goes on. Right, I kind of want to put this in a time lapse, but yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to put this into a time lapse until either we run out of seed or we complete the field. But up to now, we are using a 1 variable seed, so we're not using a lot of seed. So if we get the radio turned on, and then we can kind of get this job knocked out really quickly, and then we can see what's in the discount store. Right, guys, I am gonna bring it back there because I don't think the field is quite finished, but this Leyland is so unreliable. It is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. I can't believe it needs another repair. I genuinely can't believe how quickly this thing is wearing out. It is horrible. Yeah, this job would have been done like 6-7 minutes ago, but the Leyland, when it cuts out, takes so long to restart and then get going. Basically, oh my god, yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. We have 98 liters of seed. This field was a 1 seed rate, the entire field, so that was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, we do need to make our way back to the shop, guys. We need to look at a new tractor. I never planned on getting rid of the Leyland in this series, but I cannot use the Leyland for 3.8 hours and have to repair it twice in 4 hours. That gives me an average of like 1.7 for reliability. 1.7 hours on reliability. Now it's cut out and then foot's on the accelerator, and it takes so long to pull off because that's the way it's made and like coded, because that's how they are. But yeah, I never wanted to get rid of the Leyland. I really wanted to keep it, but this thing is so unreliable. It's yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna meet you back at the shop. That, because like I said, that time lapse was a lot well, I say time lapse, I can make the time lapse into like 3 minutes, but I normally set it to like a 5 times speed, and see what I mean? I can't even get to the bottom of the road before it cuts out. Apparently I had a bit of lag there going into first person. But yeah, as you can see, it is just right. That's the Leyland there, over half. That's why it's getting more unreliable, and it'll be like that over and over again. So I'm going to drive this all the way back to the shop, guys, and I will meet you at the shop. There we go, guys, back to the shop. So first things first, we are going to I'm going to drop this seeder off over here. It's weird because since I basically said to you guys that, right, I'll meet you guys at the shop, it literally didn't do it again. I swear, sometimes the game hates me. But we need to go and have a look at how much it is to repair, guys. I can't cope with this every 2 hours. Every like 2 hours of playing, it's basically, yeah, it's just knackered. And this time it's going to cost, I will repair it this once more. That is the last time I'm repairing it. The next time the Leyland will go. Now let's just have a look over in the discount shop. What have we got? Literally nothing new. And we have those 2 sowing contracts. There is £10,000. We have a cultivating job, field 121. Let's just go and have a little look at that. Although I do fancy doing one of these fertilizing fields. Have we got like one of these bigger fields for fertilizing? A good amount of money, 45, 46. No, we've got 47, which is up there. That's not too bad. 100, 90, 92. So, no. Loads of harvesting, which we can't do at the moment. The liming job, there is so many ploughing jobs to do. Also, guys, I've activated this. Basically, I thought the idea with this is when we can get around to doing a harvest or anything like that, we can basically just try and complete them, like do straw afterwards and things like that. And if we do a harvest, we might be able to use, you know, and save the grain from some of those contracts to doing other ones, basically, you know, and supplying and finishing off with them. That's the idea anyway. Let's have a look. 4, 5, 9. There'd be 3 good ones to do, but I don't know where those are. 4. Oh, well, I know where 5 is. 4, 5. Where's 9? Where's field 9? This is maybe the only thing I don't like about this map. It would be nice if the fields were in an area where you could be like, you know what I mean? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then where's 9? Completely and utterly can't see 9. I literally can't see 9. So what I'm thinking here is if we just look at possibly doing a... I think we'll go and do... See, I want to try and keep that cultivating job. Although then again, there's all these ploughing jobs. Field 46 ploughing. £13,000. Field 46. Look at the size of that. Now, to be warned, guys. Oh, I did bring in a new mod, but I don't know if I brought it in onto the series yet. I might have done. It was only added, I think, yesterday. You have to forgive me. I always get lost on these pages. Yeah, there was a new John Deere. Basically, it was this kind of plough, but it was 3 meters, which is an extra half a meter, and it fits the Leyland really, really well for horsepower. I know everyone was like, oh, get the Renault. Guys, do you know something? I should have bought the Renault. I think we will go down the Renault. Somebody did put a comment while I've been recording this in that time lapse. Someone was like, oh, put a front loader on the Leyland. Our Leyland doesn't have a front loader option that I'm aware of. We've got wings, weight, tires. That's it. So we don't have that option on this Leyland. So just to give you an idea of why we don't put one of those on. I really feel like doing that. I kind of want to do that, but I know fine well it's going to be too big of a job. 100, 102, 103. I'm trying to find a suitable job to do right now. 96. It's not a very big. We could sow that, but we've just done a sowing contract. I don't want to do another one. Yeah, you see the problem I'm having now? It's just trying to decide what jobs we're gonna do in each episode. And again, field 10 wants ploughing. It's a really good ploughing job. I don't even want to know. I can't do a liming contract without a trailer. I can't do a harvester because we don't own a harvester yet. I'm hoping we're going to get a lot of these come up in the discount store. 136, that looks like a decent sized field to fertilize. Let's go do that field there. But I think we're going to have to buy another bag of fertilizer. I don't think we're going to have enough with what we've got. And we also do need to keep an eye on our fuel levels as well, because they are just starting to dwindle down a little bit. What have we got? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go and start this contract with what we've got. I don't know how much it's going to take. Probably more than we've got, but if we just go and use up the 86%, we can go from there. But what I'll do, like in the next episode, for example, what I might do, that one's field 46 one's ploughing, but it hasn't been harvested. Like, for example, what I was about to say is I could start that ploughing contract off recording, but if I get another tractor, I could put it on a worker. I don't think we'd earn much money. Now, one thing I am going to do, I am going to change the price of the wages we pay for workers, because I have always believed that the workers' payment was always overpriced. There's no way a worker's getting paid like £100 an hour, even in this game. And don't forget, I'm also on the hard economy, and I'm trying to play it a little, not like realistically, but I'm not going to bankrupt myself to hire a worker. But in order to grow a little bit quicker, we would need to, you know, hire some workers, but not at the wages they're currently on. So I'll probably have a mess around with what their wages are off recording, just to try and find a little bit better wage structure, basically. I think that's the easiest thing. Yeah, I can't be coping with this Leyland constantly needing repairing every 2 hours, guys. It's maybe because of the hours I put on it, but I did technically leave it at 50%. When we first started, you know, and yeah, I know I did that, but that was just so we, you know, it wasn't a brand new Leyland. Otherwise, I'd have just given myself a brand new Leyland. I'm now starting to wish I did give myself a brand new Leyland, because yeah, there's no way I'm repairing this tractor every 2 hours, on average every 2 hours. You know what I mean? And it's really frustrating because it slows the jobs down as well. I've got no idea where this gate is, so we will we are on the hunt for a gate, guys. We are on the hunt for a gate. Right, I found the gate, and it's the wrong way. It's the way I didn't come. It's at the it's on that other track. I am just gonna drive through the hedge, just because I feel like we're wasting a lot of time driving today. Although saying that, we were in that field long enough. But if you look now, guys, on the day, it's 12 o'clock already. 6 times. We're not getting enough done in a day. And it is kind of concerning at the moment that we're not getting enough done. Now, technically I should have put narrow tyres on this, and I didn't. Yeah, that's my bad. My bad. And I'm not going, to be honest, I don't want to put narrow tyres on this, because I don't feel like we're going to own it for much longer. Now, originally my plan was to not get rid of the Leyland, but I can't be spending £1,500 every 2 hours. It's just not possible. We are making the money to do it. It's just not the best. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking if we can get a really cheap baler, and a really low horsepower baler, and a really low horsepower front mower, if we get the Renault with the front PTO on it, we would actually be able to go and do a grass contract. Now, the only issue we would have is actually moving the bales, but that doesn't stop us buying, say, that baler in the shop now, because it's cheaper. So it might be worth doing that. Then all we have to do is look at getting a tedder, and then we're doing hay contracts. You know what I mean? And we can always get like a 3 meter tedder, so we can maybe mow and ted at the same time. Yeah, it's an option, guys. It's an option. These are things that we're gonna be looking at very, very soon. But I know the baler in the shop at the moment is actually is one of the lowest horsepower balers I do believe I've got installed, and it would fit perfectly. Our only issue would be is moving the bales at the moment. But if we can buy the equipment, I'm just thinking if we've got the equipment ready, it gives us other jobs to do. But winter is coming, and you know, the grass will disappear and die off over winter. So we do also have to be careful, because it means our equipment's going to be losing value. And if we haven't already used it, that's, you know, it's kind of a waste of money. So we've got to find that balance between getting the equipment and being able to use it. And yeah, that would be the only issue. Is our only issue for doing baling. If I buy that baler in a minute, once I've done this contract, we'd need a mower. Mower's not the end of the world. They're not that expensive, to be honest, especially the small baby mowers. It's not the end of the world. Just gonna go up and do this bit here, guys, because I did kind of just miss that a little bit much there. I am using the mini map here, guys, just to help me out. It's just gonna help me get this finished. But this is another little job done. It's not a job I wanted to do in a time lapse, because I didn't think it was going to take over long. I didn't think we would run out of fertilizer, hence why I didn't buy another one. There you go, build is finished. I'm only doing the contracts until they're finished, because I don't see the point. But we could buy that mower right now. If that mower is still in the shop, we could buy it. I'm also going to be leaving gates open to try and help me, you know, like if we come back to field 136, if the gate's open, I've got a better chance of seeing it if it's open. That's the idea anyway. But as you can see, we are now into October and we are at 12:17 PM. So we are coming to the end of the day. We could do with another bag of fertilizer. It would be handy if we buy one, because we're not going to be able to buy one if the shop closes. We could do with maybe another bag of seed. Again, just if the shop's closed, at least we can do some fertilizing, some seeding contract. Now, we haven't been in a position to buy a new piece of equipment today, but that's more because I wanted to buy a plow and I didn't install the mod. Well, the mod's installed. I didn't activate it on this series, so that was my fault. Was that? That's my bad. So I'll do that as soon as I've finished recording to bring it in, because yeah, like I say, I want to do some ploughing contracts. Winter's coming. There will be some ploughing contracts to do over winter, and I would like to. I'd like to see them get done. It gives us something to do. If there's nothing we can do over winter, we will just skip months. Simple as that. Now, I might, trying to think, I believe there's a piece of land we can buy. I believe there's a piece of land we can buy with £15,000. So, I suppose our option is to go and have a little look on the map and see what comes up. Yeah, it's not gonna be a farm. We're not gonna have a farm. We're not going to have any money to build a shed or anything like that. But yeah, we might be in a position. Although saying that, this bit of land here, this bit of grass right here, would be a really nice piece of land. I don't know why it keeps putting me on the animal pen page. This would be a really nice piece of land, because it does technically have a shed. We could pretend that caravan's ours. We could just put a sleep trigger on the door. It's right near the shop for supplies. You know what I mean? Wow, that tractor's wearing out already. I'm just toggling through the menu now. Wow, we're getting near them deer, and I get some frame drop near them deer. Right, there we go. Now, we do technically have a little bit of fertilizer left. Yeah, it might be worth... Can I... How much is in there, though? Not enough. So what I'm going to do right now, then... Yeah, look... Oh, no, it's £16,000. That's a shame. Oh, no, it's 90 brake horse, but that's not the baler I thought it was. I've definitely got a baler, though. 115... 60 brake horsepower there. Hang on a minute. If we buy this baler, 50 brake horsepower, we'd be able to manually go around picking up them bales if we have a trailer. Alright, I come out of the menu, I didn't mean to. We could maybe do it a different way. Alright, so we're going to buy 1 bag of normal seed. And we're going to buy 1 bag of... Well, we'll buy double top. It's the first one on the list. Okay, that's really strange. All my option... Okay, my steering wheel has just gone off. Give me 1 minute, guys, because I've... This isn't working. Okay, apparently my right, yeah, I'm working on the load all in the background, guys. My steering wheel's gone off the minute I've got into this load all. The minute I got into this load all, right? So that's there like that. That's there like that. Right, let's just get that in there. But we'll get that there. This is I can't use the steering wheel without any like resistance on it. It's just absolutely awful. Yeah, I like this load all because this load all is small. That's why I've got it on this series. No other reason than it's smaller than like the telehandlers, and that's why I like it. Why can't... There we go. Yeah, no other reason than I like this telehandler because it is small. Super small. Makes life really easy on a map like this. But I am pretty much going to leave it this episode here, guys, because one, my steering wheel's gone off and I'm going to have to reboot my computer. And I need to find another steering wheel for this because I've got the Xbox version and it is just plaguing me with issues. So I'm just going to put that onto pause for now, guys, because I'm going to bring the John Deere mod in for the plow. I don't know how much it is. I might look at buying it, but before we just jump off, we said we were going to have a look at a slight bit of land, and I'm sure there's something around 17 grand, £8,000. But the problem is it's all the way over here. So if you're game just to let me do this, there's a building in my way. There we go. Mr. Oxygen David, there is a floating tree in field 110. Right, so which field is it with? That's 18, so it's not this bit. Okay, it's a bit of land, but there's no... Yeah, we can't buy that bit of land. It's a good little bit of land, but there's nothing for us there. Now, there's a piece of land over there. Let's just go and have a look over here. Like I say, you want me to buy a piece of land, guys? We've got enough money to buy a piece of land. But we have to, there's no fast travel points. Now, I could drive there, but with the way the Leyland is, no thanks. I think it's this piece here. Okay, so it's this grass, this piece of grass here. Okay, this is a pretty nice piece of land. It is £10,800. There's no gate into it. So how do we get into this? I need something that has a gate. Like, I don't mind the fact that if I owned this field, I wouldn't mind. But owning this piece of land here, I'd have to go through someone. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to get into my own piece of land relatively easy. 22 grand, 14. Right, so it's inside this fence here. So this is another cheap piece of land. The only way in is through this gate, which means I'd have to use this driveway here. How much is this house? That's part of the farm, so we can't buy that one either. We have to be able to get to our own piece of land. So that's the bakery, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't want to buy the bakery. There's a piece of land back there, maybe? A long way from the shop in our very slow tractor. Yeah, there's just... We've got the money to buy that. What's 200? Right. Tell you what, let's go this way first. Like I say, you want me to buy land? I'm happy to buy land, but we need to be able to... Right, so it's this here. Oh, it's not land, it's sheep. Well, that one's no good to us at the moment, guys. That one is absolutely no good to us. So we just need to run down here to the bottom of here, and let's see what we can buy. I've ran past it. Okay, so it's a bit of a farm. There's nothing we can use though. £12,000. We don't really have the money for it yet. I suppose the question is if you buy this land, can we clean it up? Because let's be fair, we could put a sleep trigger here and have that as our house. If we can clean the yard up, then fair enough. But if this is just a rubble yard that we can't do anything with, let me know if anyone knows anything about this. Farmland 200 it is. That's where we're looking at the moment. Other than that, at the moment, we're not quite in a position to be able to buy anything. There are options, but they're not quite ready for us yet. 24 grand there. Field 9. Or next to field 9. That could be a possible option. Again, I'm looking around so we know what our options are. Let me know what people think. So this is 24 grand. This is £24,000. This is just somebody's house, isn't it? Yeah, it's hardly a farm. It's not any land. It's just someone's house. So that's out of the question as well. Yeah, let me know what you think we could buy and where you think we should buy. You know, we're getting close to that money. If I can buy a plough, I know it does mean we're going to lose a lot of the money. But if we buy a plough, we've got a lot of ploughing contracts we could do. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here, guys, just because there's nothing else for me to do. Like I said, I can't drive my tractor until I've rebooted my computer. For now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next episode.